Are you absolutely tired of hitting those frustrating paywalls when you just want to find a simple public record? Well, what if I told you that bypassing those expensive background check sites to find vital Ohio court records is actually incredibly easy? It's highly valuable for your research and it's completely free if you just know how to navigate the official systems. Whether you're digging into deep legal research, running a routine background check, or even tracing your personal family genealogy, accessing these records is a fundamental public right. But, doing it online without spending a single dime definitely requires a roadmap. So consider this explainer your ultimate $0 guide to unlocking those digital courthouse doors and saving yourself a ton of time and money. All right, let's look at our agenda so you know exactly what we're covering today. We're going to go through 1, the geography trap. 2, tools and requirements. 3, a step-by-step guide. 4, interpreting results. 5, troubleshooting tips. And 6, privacy and legal rules. Okay, starting with Section 1, the geography trap. We literally have to start here because it's the biggest hurdle researchers face right out of the gate. It's a massive geographic naming overlap in Ohio that causes instant search errors for beginners. You absolutely must verify your jurisdiction first, because records are strictly filed by territory. That means Southwest Ohio's Warren County, where the county seat is Lebanon, is an entirely different digital database from Northeast Ohio's city of Warren, which is actually situated way up in Trumbull County. So if you search for an incident that happened in the city of Warren using the Warren County portal, you're going to get absolutely nothing. You really have to know your map to avoid those false negatives. Moving right along to Section 2, tools and requirements. Now that we know exactly where we're looking, let's cover the basic database rules you need to have ready before you type a single letter. The beauty of this whole process? The barrier to entry is practically zero. All you need to get started is a computer, a steady internet connection, and the subject's exact name or case number. But here's the catch. You also must know which specific court handles which legal issue. Because generally speaking, you can't just search everything all at once. So the absolutely crucial point here is matching your case to the right division. For example, if you're looking for felony criminal cases or major civil disputes over $15,000, you need the Common Pleas portal. Got a minor traffic ticket or small claim? That goes straight to the county or municipal court. And for wills, estates, or guardianships, you have to search the probate court database. Picking the wrong court division is basically a guaranteed way to hit a dead end. All right, Section 3, the step-by-step search guide. Let's move to the actual search protocol and see how this builds into a successful digital retrieval system. If you just follow these specific linear steps, it ensures you won't hit frustrating errors when hunting for case files on the Warren County Clerk of Courts websites. Once you verify your jurisdiction and navigate to the correct official portal, the final and honestly the most important step is applying the correct search syntax. Now, these legacy government systems, they can be incredibly picky. Search syntax is really just a fancy term for following the database's strict formatting rules. Take the probate portal, for example. It enforces some really strict query rules, meaning you must drop all hyphens and alphabetical letters from case numbers, purely numeric digits only. And for names, it usually demands last name, comma, space, first name. I'm completely serious. If you miss that single space after the comma, the system will tell you the record doesn't exist, even when it's right there. Let's jump into Section 4, interpreting results. Once you hit enter, master that syntax, and successfully locate your file, you need to know how to interpret all that dense legal information that pops up. When you open a record, the main thing you're looking at is called the docket. Think of the docket as your master timeline. It acts as the beating heart of any legal record, showing literally every single action from the initial incident all the way to the final courthouse ruling. This is exactly the kind of data you're going to uncover on that docket. You'll see the official case number, the filing date, party info like plaintiffs and defendants, and the specific charges or civil claims. You can track hearing dates, see when motions were filed by attorneys, and ultimately read the final court orders or judgments. It's pretty amazing because it allows you to track a case comprehensively from your own living room without ever stepping foot inside a physical courtroom. Section 5, troubleshooting tips. Even the best researchers hit a wall sometimes. So let's dismantle some common technical difficulties and explore how to bypass certain fees. Here are a few pro tips to keep your research moving smoothly. First, remember that recent filings usually have a 24-hour batch processing delay. If an incident happened last night, it's just not going to be online this morning. Second, watch out for historical gaps.
Records before 1991 in common pleas or 1995 in municipal courts generally require a physical trip to the archives. Third, for broader searches, you can use multi-county aggregators like Research OH to see if your subject has filings in neighboring regions. And lastly, if you are searching up in Trumbull County for the city of Warren, you can actually bypass their $5 clerk search fee for name-based background checks just by using the free public computer terminals physically located inside their courthouse.
Finally, Section 6, Privacy and Legal Rules. As we wrap up our framework today, we absolutely must discuss the legal boundaries of what you're viewing online and what appropriately remains hidden. While the Ohio Public Records Act guarantees broad transparency for these documents, meaning you have a fundamental right to view them, there are strict redaction policies in place. Sensitive identifiers like social security numbers, financial account details, and entirely sealed cases like adoptions or certain juvenile matters are strictly redacted. And this is a good thing. It perfectly balances the public's right to know with the critical need to protect confidential information, prevent fraud, and respect the privacy of those involved. And here's a boundary a lot of beginners crash into. While court clerks manage these public records and can point you toward the right computer terminal, they are legally prohibited from giving you advice on how to use them. They simply cannot interpret legal terms for you, tell you what a judgment means for your specific situation, or advise you on your next legal step. They are record keepers, not your legal counsel. Which brings us to our legally required reminder for today. This explainer provides general guidance and educational information only. It should never be considered legal advice. Because of those 24-hour system delays we talked about earlier, you should never make critical, high-risk decisions like confirming the absolute absence of a protective order or an active warrant solely based on a free online search. So I'll leave you with this final thought. If you are ever making a critical life or business decision based on these records, will you take that crucial extra step to consult a legal professional or verify the official physical docket in person at the courthouse?